Poland, a country that lies at the very heart of Europe. A country of such geographical diversity that it is Europe in microcosm. A country of people with aspirations, people who are succeeding in a united Europe. Poland, a place where great modern cities, the birthplaces of 21st century technology, are juxtaposed with an enormous respect for tradition. The past greatness and power of this thousand-year-old state, preserved in the treasures of its national architecture, can be admired in myriad places. The capital city, Warszawa, rebuilt from the rubble of the Second World War, is the country's foremost face. Poland, a country that joined the European Union in 2004. From then on, its unique history, culture, and achievements have drawn steadily closer to the Europeans. Its people, renowned to date for their warm-heartedness and hospitality, have other qualities to offer. They are ambitious, responsible, and conscientious. It's enough to look at the faces of the young people on Poland's streets. There's nothing to differentiate them from their peers in other countries. They're likable and open. They have other languages at the tip of their tongues. They study at prestigious universities, then go on to make their careers in great international companies, concerns, and banks. Nowadays, Polish tourists penetrate the most far-flung corners of the world. Comfortably off, they are gracious visitors, warmly welcomed in the spa resorts of Europe. Poland, a nation teeming with cultural life, a country of music, theater, film, and visual arts, all at the highest level, and all of them ever developing, reaching out to informed audiences of art lovers. Audiences who pour in to enjoy happenings and all the other cultural events offered to them by their country's artists. Poland is famous for many world-renowned festivals, such as the Chopin Festival, the Warsaw Autumn Festival, or the Wrocławia Countess Festival. Jazz sessions in an intimate club atmosphere are enormously popular. Jazz Jamboree, one of the world's most famous jazz festivals, takes place in Poland. Poland, a magnet to many young Europeans, drawn here each year by the multitude of large-scale events organized in every corner of the country. Coming here to party at the largest open-air rock and electronic concerts in Europe. Poland, for more than a millennium, a traditional Catholic country. Across the centuries, a country known for its openness. The most tolerant state in Europe, a land where persecuted nations and adherents to a diversity of faiths found a home. Symbols of its tolerance can be found in countless places. Places where synagogues and Orthodox and Protestant churches stand to this day. Places like Krakow, where alongside the ancient sites in the erstwhile Jewish district of Kazimierz, the magnetic rhythms of klezmer music can be heard. Millions of Jews from across Europe were murdered in the Holocaust. Countless Poles risked their very lives to save them from death in the ghettos and concentration camps, which is why Poles form the largest single group of people whom hold the Righteous Among Nations medal. One significant feature on Poland's map of multicultural events is the Łódź Dialogue of Four Cultures Festival, a celebration of the inhabitants whose cultures exerted the greatest influence on the city's development: German, Jewish, Russian, and Polish. Poland, the country whose workers brought European communism to its knees. It was in 1980, following the strikes in Gdansk and throughout Poland, that the independent trade union Solidarity was born. With its 10 million members, the movement fought against oppression. It was Solidarity that brought about the liberation of the nations of Central Europe. Lech Wałęsa stands as a symbol of that fight. He was honored by the Nobel Peace Prize for his deeds. The Polish Pope, John Paul II, played a fundamental role in the process. A towering moral authority, he placed the entire weight of his support behind the Central European nations as they strove for freedom. In 1989, Poland took the leap forward, joining the community of modern nations. It was the first country in the region to snap the chains of dictatorship. From that moment on, it has consistently worked to build democracy and a citizen society. The Poles' dreams of freedom and self-determination came to fruition. As the 20th century drew to a close, Poland entered NATO. 5 years later, it joined the European Union.